Welcome to the Panic Button Podcast. I'm Nina.
I'm Jessie.
And Jazz Jennings is a trans kid, no adult now. She's from the show I Am Jazz on TLC. And we want to know, does Jazz feel any regrets?
Oh, no, she's 22. Sorry.
Well, we'll find out.
It's really, really disturbing, some of the things that people have been saying. They've been jumping to conclusions about my life based on certain clips, and I just want to dispel a lot of those myths that are out there right now and let you know that I am an out and proud transgender woman. I am so happy to be me. So to help me do this, I have my amazing ally and brother, Sander. Hello.
Hello.
And he's going to show me some clips of things that I haven't seen, some things that people have been saying.
This particular clip makes me feel icky. Because the general vibe I get from I Am Jazz, the family's reality show, is that they're using Jazz as a puppet. A trans puppet, you might say. I think it's a little bit cruel to make her watch videos about her that are not too positive.
That's true.
You know from personal experience that that's not something you would do.
What?
Read through comments, watch videos, things like that, referring to whatever you're doing in your life.
Nope. No.
That's
Bad idea.
One-way ticket to
Depression?
depression
If you already
station.
have depression, the last thing you want to do is read comments or watch videos about you.
When you're controversial to begin with.
Whew, especially when you got mental health issues. Oh, that's the biggest way to just... Can't even say it on YouTube. But you know what I mean.
I have no regrets whatsoever. I am an out and proud woman. I love being me. I love my body. I love everything about being a woman. And that's just who I am.
I mean, I get it. You think that you're a woman and you think it's just who you are because you haven't been anything else.
I just want to feel like myself. I mean, aren't there moments where all of us don't feel like ourselves? Like, I feel like me. I know who I am. It's just in certain moments you kind of struggle or lose sight. And I think I might have said something that could be misinterpreted.
Maybe a lot of people can relate to this. I personally can't. But Jazz, you gotta remember, you're different. Very different.
I struggle with a lot of mental health issues. I have really severe anxiety a lot of the time, and I suffer with depression. A lot of people think that my mental health issues have to do with getting the surgery or me being transgender. The surgery only brought me joy and happiness. That was just one moment of me feeling like I lacked clarity and fluttered, and I didn't feel like I had the sense of self that I wanted to in that moment, because sometimes we all struggle.
Yeah, we do all struggle sometimes. But we haven't all been experiencing our parents taking away our ability to reproduce, to experience sexual pleasure, and to achieve great bone health. Just because we said we wanted something, some type of medicine, when we were children.
Anything to say on that? Everyone feels that way.
I don't believe her. I think she's full of shit.
At some point in their life, you don't feel like you're the same person you were when you started, right?
Oh, yeah.
You shouldn't feel the same person.
I'm not a toddler crawling on the ground in diapers.
However,
I mean, I can if you want me to. I can get on the ground and
wear
just
diapers.
wear a diaper.
That's a little odd and kinky, not for me.
Ew.
I can relate to that thought, but it's not to such an extreme. If I want to go back to being how I was 5 years ago, I can do that. She can't.
No, it's all gone now.
Let's distance ourselves from the fact that, yes, people can feel this way. Everyone can feel this way. Yes. But you did things that are irreversible. That's the biggest difference.
And that's why a lot of us are concerned. Of course we question everything. We've seen you on TV for many years, and you're still not happy. We don't like that. We're really worried about you.
That breaks my heart when people bring up my mother in a negative light, because she has been such a shining star in my entire life. She has the hugest heart.
Is the mom single or is she married?
No, I think they're married.
They're married. Okay. Well, sometimes when single mothers or women who aren't getting whatever it is they need from their husband,
I don't think she had I think she
will
wanted a daughter.
usually latch on to one of their children and make them their best friend or their boyfriend. You know how many like single mothers treat their sons like their boyfriends? It's fucking sick, dude. But it's a weird thing with like Munchausen by proxy mixed with some other weird shit that's going on.
Her mom does need to step the fuck out, and she must have those mommy conflations where your mom is like the number one person no matter what. She can't do anything wrong. And I do believe that that is the most toxic view you can have of your mother. I've had good views of my mom. I've had bad views of my mom. And my worst time in life is when I put her on this pedestal and thought that she could do no wrong. I was really young at that point, but that was the worst because I was like, no, she's always right. She's right because she's my mom. And that led me down not good paths.
Because your hope becomes shattered.
If you've read Jeanette McCurdy's book, leads her down not good paths. If you listen to jazz, not good paths. Are you seeing what I'm saying? If you put them in the pedestal, if you put anyone in that pedestal, but especially your mother, watch out.
It's almost like a Stockholm syndrome, too. In a way.
Because they make you so dependent. Like, you have no choice but to depend on your mother. So in these situations, these women, these girls, have no choice but to depend on the one person that's supposed to show them how to live the rest of their lives.
And since Jazz was a child, the mother was connected to her via
only woman.
this
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
trans thing, right? So her
We're the
identity is
girls.
completely trans.
Bound to her mother.
She's completely bound to her mother because of the trans thing. So she's never going to be able to cut those apron strings, you know? Because now she's fucking cemented in there.
And all she wants to do is see me be happy, to see me smile, and to see me loving myself.
That's most likely true, but why did your mom take you to a specialist when you're only 5 years old to get you diagnosed with gender dysphoria just because you were a boy playing with dresses? Why did your parents think that something was wrong with you just because you were a boy playing with dresses, claiming to be a girl?
Means it's homophobic. See, what the Christians do is they would take that little boy
To church.
and they would take him either to church, pray the spirit of Jesus, get the spirit of Jezebel away from the child, or they would take him to like a conversion therapy thing.
Church still.
But what the on the other side of the aisle, we have these people who are taking them to specialists saying
There's still something wrong with my
there's
kid.
still something wrong.
There's still something wrong with whatever they're doing, yeah.
The thing that's wrong is the parents. The parents are wrong in their head.
It's really crazy.
Why is it a big deal for this little boy to be like, can't he just pretend he has a vagina? He don't know the difference. He is 3.
And that's the thing. That's why I say it's crazy. Because you say, like, normally the Christians do that, right?
Yeah.
But when my brother was walking around in high heels as a kid, no one said, they were just like, don't do, you don't want to do that long. But they let him play around with us. They let him play with our shit. My brother had a baby doll that he'd take care of when he was a kid, like a girl normally would. But he just liked pretending he was a daddy. I don't know. He was a weird kid. But he's straight and doing his own thing.
Why did the parents have to treat that child like that child playing with girl stuff was wrong?
Right.
Why can't they just treat it like it's normal?
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, and my parents were super Christian. I came from a very Christian household, and they were like, yeah, he's like 6. He's going to try and run around in heels for a little bit, whatever. They were like, yeah, he's 6. He likes to carry a baby doll that's a boy. Who cares? It's a kid. He doesn't do that shit. He's not gay now. Jazz could have been a very happy straight man because Jazz is interested in women.
Or bisexual, or a gay man.
Whatever the case is, it could have been fine. Nothing weird happened. He's happy where he is. They're not happy.
Like you're sick. Like there's something wrong with you. I cannot. I blame Jazz's parents 100% in this one because there are other situations where the parents feel pressured into letting their children transition, even though they don't believe in gender and woke bullshit. But their children have been taught by the trans community to say, if you don't give me puberty blockers, cross-sex hormones, and surgeries, I'm gonna off myself. And that means that the parents are in an impossible situation, and I feel really bad for them.
There is a large epidemic of minors attempting to off themselves, but I think that
Attempting.
my point is, people are telling them to say it now.
Yeah, they believe that that's the only defense or retort they have.
If you were
don't
never
agree.
told you could kill yourself, would you be instantly going to it?
No.
So I was from a young age. So for me, yes, that would be my mentality. But most of these kids don't ever go across that route unless it's been presented to them. You know what I mean?
Why not give the child the tools to argue their point instead of giving them this?
Instant fix. both ways.
disgusting excuse, which is I'll off myself.
You
Why
know?
why not give them intellectual tools instead of an excuse? It's gonna put the idea in their head anyway.
I think
Saying that
that
shit.
these people who are considering transitioning could benefit from the same sentence people give to people on the hotlines, which is, this is a permanent fix to a temporary problem. Cutting off your dick is a permanent fix to a temporary problem.
Yeah.
It's the same. Is it not the same?
It's the same. It's the same.
They need the same advice.
We don't have any long-term studies on children transitioning. Jazz is like a TV experiment. It's like a live version. Like, we're watching the experiment taking place, but it's a
Exactly.
form of entertainment. That's crazy.
Welcome to America.
Welcome to America.
I think it's crazy. It's just crazy to me because I was the one who initiated my transition. I was the one who said, I am a girl. This is who I am. I want to transition. My parents didn't force me to be a girl. They didn't.
Whoa! Mom did a bang-up job on her, man. Her mom made her think and believe
She made this decision.
that...
The child.
Listen, I was just going along with you at 3. You wanted this. You decided this at 3. I just went along with you. This is not my fault if things go awry for you. And this is your fault because you chose this at 3. That sounds nuts. But you know that's what her mom said.
Encouraged me. They just supported me and embraced me for who I am, as all parents should.
Yeah, you were the one saying, Mommy, I want to be a girl. And
Mommy, I want to take some meth. All parents should affirm that. All parents should affirm that their child likes doing drugs. Or wants to be a prostitute. I don't know. Let's just affirm everything.
You hear celebrities often talk about an abuse of power dynamics.
Yeah.
T-shirts, things like that. This is the same exact scenario. It's a power dynamic abuse, and so what the mom's doing is flipping it and saying, I didn't have any power.
Uh-huh.
I'm ignorant. I can't say no. I can only comply and listen to my children. Let me tell you, which I'm sure everyone who's had a mother in this motherfucking world can understand. Your mom knows how to fucking say no. Your mom knows how to sit there and say, maybe this isn't a good idea. And especially when you're 5, if you would have dropped it, the mom is the one who said yes. The mom is the one who continued to support it. And if she would have stopped you for a second and just said, are you sure? That's what she's there for. That's what your mom and dad are there for. To protect you, you fucking idiots. Not to support you.
I don't think children should be dictating anything.
They can maybe give their opinion on what they want for dinner, but other than that,
But do they really know what's right for them?
no, because by
Their
dinner
brains
time-
aren't even fully formed.
Exactly.
The decision-making part of their brain ain't even formed till fucking 26. What the hell?
That's why, like the most I can ask a kid and
Wow.
expect to get out of them is like, do you want pizza or chicken nuggets? That's about it. Like, that's the only decision they can make.
Her mom is Looney Tunes.
Mom and Dad, I want to transition. But that doesn't make it okay that your parents let you. Children cannot consent.
What about this? Hey, Mom and Dad, I met this really, really nice 75-year-old man named Clifford, and he wants me to go on a joyride in his new car. I would like to go. We gonna say that's fine too? Because that child can make that adult decision for herself to go off with 75-year-old Clifford joyriding in a car.
Mom, Dad, I know I'm 5 years old, but I got a flight in 5 minutes and I'm moving away.
Yeah, that's okay apparently too.
No, there's laws against that. That's why you have to become what do you call it?
Legal age?
No, what did Brett Cooper do?
Emancipation.
I don't know why people are so intent on bringing our community down. Like, why do you care? Let us just be. Let us be happy. Let us be ourselves.
Then let us be when we misgender you. Let us be ourselves. Let us have our own vision of reality, which is reality.
Jazz doesn't get misgendered as often, I can guarantee that. Jazz also isn't involved with the Dylan Mulvaney's of the world, where Jazz isn't playing out this fake idea. Jazz is convinced this
very
is
convinced.
really her life.
Yeah.
And that's why it's different. That's why I can look at Jazz with sympathy and not at Dylan with sympathy. Because Jazz is a poor child who was manipulated and told that this is okay and this is what she should do, whereas Dylan's just appropriating.
And now is an adult with severe Stockholm syndrome.
And so when she says, I don't understand, it's just the same as you and I saying, back if we were in the 90s, I don't understand why people are like this against us, because she really feels that way. And she would get along more with people like Blair, because I'm sure she'd understand more along those lines of like, okay.
Yeah, but she would have to detach from mommy completely.
Yes, she would. But she would understand rational people, it seems. She's just brainwashed.
I couldn't imagine anyone who actually dated her, right? Her and her boyfriend or girlfriend be sleeping in bed, and then mom would open the door. Okay, honey, it's time to dilate with the dildo in hand.
Excuse me, honey, did you make sure she dilated with you last night? I know you were in her room.
We're not hurting anyone.
Are you kidding me? Your entire existence on social media, on TV, is about promoting gender transitions for children.
This is why I say it, though, because she's promoting something that she doesn't even realize she was conned into.
Yeah.
It's like a pyramid scheme.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very much
And
so.
she got caught in it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and now she's like, it's not a pyramid scheme. If you just flip it like this, then it's not a pyramid.
An 18-year-old biological male who identified as trans got bottom surgery and got the exact same type of bottom surgery as Jazz's. This 18-year-old didn't experience either their natal puberty, so they had a micropenis, and the length of the penis really determines the depth of the vagina. So they had to use some of the patient's colon in order to make the bottom surgery work. And unfortunately, the patient is no longer with us because of that.
Because what happens is that fecal matter will infect that wound, which can lead them to no longer be breathing.
And that's why I said what I said earlier. It's the same as when you call the 1-800 number. This is a permanent fix to a temporary problem. If we can fix it in any other way, why are we not doing it?
A lot of people are saying that this is the fix to your misery.
Quick fix.
Quick fix. The people who are pushing this, you ever hear them say anything negative about it?
No.
Do you know how, like, we have a lot of commercials in the U.S. Of drug commercials, right? And they have to, at the end, say the side effects. You got to say the negative. You say the positive at the beginning.
Stomach.
Yeah, you got to say the negative, right? But do you ever hear these people who are so for transgenderism, you ever hear them saying anything negative? What are the side effects? No side effects.
The side effects
Apparently, this is a miracle. Magic does exist, and this is a quick fix to any child like I was or like you were who is miserable and doesn't fit into any sort of group, category, or crowd.
And this is why I say it's the same as the quick fix of just no longer being here. Because what is the difference between, it's permanent solutions. Permanent solutions to something that you could change in the future. You could naturally change. We could change by working on something. But instead, you're just gonna kill it.
And you don't even know the side effects.
Good luck.
Like and subscribe.
Click the bell.
Ding.